I'm Kelly Sundin. I'm a second-year master's student in the School of Music at the University of Minnesota. This summer I was working on my thesis proposals, looking in different genres of music outside of Western European classical music. My teacher has suggested I look at a DVD called The Singing Revolution, which is all about Estonian singing culture and their journey to independence. I just grew to love the culture, to see a people where singing is so much tied to who they are. I wanted to explore it deeper and then share it with my students. I work with the women's chorus here at the University of Minnesota. I spoke to a librarian in Wilson by the name of Gordon Anderson, who connected me with Haven Hawley in the IHRC. Haven and I set up a meeting, and immediately we were just, this is it. And we needed to work together, and it was like fate. It was supposed to happen. Haven set me up by email with a gentleman by the name of Kaljukowicz. He's a wonderful man and very compelling, and has wonderful stories about his homeland of Estonia. He now lives in the United States here in the Twin Cities. And he spoke through language with me and helped make language tracks so I could develop a system for my students to break down the language to learn the phonetics of it. And then I was so lucky and fortunate that this year a Fulbright scholar from Estonia by the name of Marja is on campus, and we have developed a wonderful friendship. And she's a brilliant scholar and historian, but also has done some research in the singing revolution and in singing culture in Estonia. She came in and listened to them sing and then gave us some ideas and wonderful dialogue and connecting that way. So she was a wonderful resource. There's thousands of pieces of choral music, which is amazing. But I came across two specific archives that were organized very well. The Erika May archive and the New Yorgi Ezi Segikor, New York Estonian chorus. And within those archives, there was a lot of music, but there's also personal files, programs, and notes from meetings of the boards for the chorus. In the case of Erika May, there isn't a lot of information other than a lot of different types of music, from piano music to lots of different choral music. Many of the pieces of music from the Erika May archive, they're signed with her signature in the top corner, and it's a beautiful signature. Her music, it's her story. It was a joy to look at, to be very honest. The first piece from the archive that they performed was Tervitus. It was a song about the homeland, longing for the homeland, and deep passion for your place that's home. Eisa Mitte Vaikiola was a piece that a chamber group sang. I had a group of 12 women sing this piece. I had heard a YouTube clip of this by an Estonian choir, and I fell in love with it. It was the acoustic and just the melodies and the lines. Just hearing it, I thought, I have to do this piece. We have to do this piece. And the last piece they performed was Veris Vaga Linukene. You hear in the song, there's a tempo change, and you hear the spinning of the woman spinning her burlap sack. And the students loved it. And so there's a tempo change and it ends with this big chord at the end. And it was a great way to end the Estonian section of the performance. It maybe seems obvious, but archives are people. For me as a choral musician, I strive to create community and connect with people. Something like the IHRC brings another humanistic quality to the research. The IHRC has created a lot of opportunity for me as a graduate student. I've been able to do talks and lectures, and I don't think I would have ever done that in the School of Music other than performance, but also opportunity for my students. And it was really beautiful and powerful, and the women just owned it. They stood up there and sang beautifully. We're not just singing, sitting here in a class, but we're here to share something. The idea was the song that we start with, that we were learning of how someone used their voices to create community and to share common ideals in Estonia, brought them a voice and freedom, and how we use the song to connect to one another where we are. The music of Estonia allowed them to see that they have a voice too. I think that was what was really